Thinking of moving to Journal Square, Jersey City. Well, today we're going to be going over a map tour for you guys so we can show you all the intricate details of Journal Square, Jersey City. We're going to be showing you destinations in Journal Square, proximity to very important landmarks that you might want to visit, and so many more. So stick around, we're getting after it right now.
So if you're new to our channel and want to be the first to know all about Journal Square, Jersey City, click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you can be the first to know everything about Journal Square, Jersey City, New Jersey, and surrounding areas.
So my name is Andre.
I'm Brianna.
My name's Adrian.
And we are living in Jersey City, New Jersey. And look, we get phone calls, emails, and texts from people just like you who thought about moving here in Jersey City and surrounding areas. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, shoot us a call, give us a text, or send us an email. All our information is down there below. And as promised, we're going to be touring the Journal Square neighborhood of Jersey City, New Jersey.
Here we are in Journal Square. This is going to be what we're going to be showing you guys today. Journal Square is nestled in between West Bergen, the Heights, Jersey City, Hoboken, and downtown Jersey City.
Yeah, so we're going to zoom out to talk about the proximity of Journal Square to other areas in New Jersey as well as New York City. So here are the major airports where you can travel to Jersey City. So we have Newark International Airport as well as John F. Kennedy Airport, that's in Queens, New York. In order to get to Newark International Airport from Journal Square, you can take multiple routes. Okay, you can just take 1 and 9 there. That's the easiest and fastest way to get there. So I'm going to show you how to get to John F. Kennedy Airport from Journal Square. Typically, I would take the Belt Parkway, which is only an hour to get there, about 36 miles. Or you can go through Bayonne and Staten Island through Brooklyn in order to get to Queens. And yeah. So you can also commute to JFK through the PATH train. And here's what it looks like. So the PATH train would take you to this is World Trade Center. You transfer to this blue line, which is the A train. It takes you straight there, all the way to John F. Kennedy Airport. And if you wanted to get to Newark International Airport by train, so you take the PATH train to bus 62 and it takes you straight there as well. Pretty easy, it takes an hour to get there. You know, one time I was picking up Adrian from the airport and I just kept looping around this area and getting lost. So if I were 1 minute away or 4 minutes away, I'd miss a turn and it'd take me 12 more minutes to get there. And it happened like 3 times. So
Yeah, she literally kept looping around the airport because she missed her stop at my terminal. And in Newark Airport, if you miss your terminal, you'd have to go all around the airport once again in order to get back there.
Yeah, so public transportation, if you don't want to go through the hassle of driving yourself, is a great alternative to do that. So let's circle back to Journal Square. There we are. So if you were to drive to Journal Square from New York, because this is a transportation hub, by the way, a lot of people from New York travel to Journal Square because they live here and they work in the city. So in order to get to the city by driving, you can take 3 main tunnels. So this is the Holland Tunnel, which is right there from Journal Square. Say about 10 minutes to drive to the entrance of Holland Tunnel. And then we have Lincoln Tunnel, which is located in Weehawken. And then we also have the GW Bridge, which takes you to Upper Manhattan. So we also have the PATH train here, which can take you to Newark and it takes you to New York. So from Journal Square, it takes you to Grove Street, which is around here. Then it takes you to Exchange Place, Hoboken, and then Christopher Street, which is around the Greenwich Village. Then it takes you all the way to Union Square, 23rd Street, and 33rd Street, which is around here. And from 33rd Street, you can transfer anywhere. Actually, from any of these stations, you can transfer trains to get anywhere in New York. So It's pretty easy to get around. Oh yeah, so we have the major highway as well from Journal Square. The reason why it takes a while to get to 1 and 9 from other areas of Jersey City is because there's a lot of traffic in Journal Square. So it's pretty easy to get to the highway itself because Journal Square is right next to 1 and 9, which is the main highway. You can access other areas of New Jersey. So if you follow 1 and 9, you can go south, you can go north.
All right, that's all the transportation that you have access to in Journal Square. Not to mention, you also have access to Route 109, which takes you to Route 440. You have I-95, which is right here, right? And then you can take Turnpike, which takes you to 280, or if you want to take Route 109 all the way to the Garden State Parkway, which takes you to anywhere down south or central Jersey. If you want to head over to the beach, then you can take the Garden State Parkway from Journal Square. And like Brianna said, you won't have to go through the traffic. So let's go over what Journal Square has to offer, because there's so many things in this little part of Jersey City that you can take. So one of the areas in Journal Square that are amazing is the art scene here. And one of them, for example, is based out here in Mana Contemporary, where there's a lot of events that happen in this area. For example, we know a very good friend of ours who actually hosts a lot of events. He's a DJ himself, but also an event coordinator that puts communities together. Mana Contemporary is one of those places where you can just showcase artwork, showcase people's creativity, and host your own events if that's something that you want, right? And aside from the art scene here in Journal Square, one of the great things about here is that there's a lot of good food eateries here in Journal Square. And for example, there's this street in Newark Avenue between John F. Kennedy and Tunnel Avenue. And this section of Newark Avenue, you would actually call Indian Square, like they say here, right? Indian Square is where you'd find most authentic Indian places here in Journal Square. So let's go over it right now. So aside from the art scene, you can also find, like we said, in our neighborhood tour. Check our video down below. Here in Newark Avenue, the Indian Square, we can find authentic good food. Journal Square is also home to a community college here in Jersey City, and Hudson Community College is actually a great school if someone is just looking to figure out exactly what they're looking to do. And not to mention, Hudson Community College also offers extracurriculum classes in certain high schools here in Jersey City, which is a very good program if the students here in Jersey City do want to get ahead of the curve, all right? So how do people get to Journal Square from other areas of Jersey City, right? Journal Square is easily accessible to pretty much every destination here in Jersey City. If you have to get anywhere, you probably have to end up in Journal Square anyway if you want to go to the Heights. John F. Kennedy, West Side Avenue, Bergen Avenue. I mean, there's so many more that you can take in order to get there, right? From Hoboken, you can take this little area that cuts you to Palisades Avenue, right? And anywhere down, anywhere from the north, all these main sections, very easily accessible. Aside from the restaurants and transportation to Journal Square is actually home to a lot of development projects right now. For example, you can find yourself here in Journal Square, which is one of the largest projects here in Jersey City. And if we actually look through it, this is going to be your view if you ended up choosing to rent here from Journal Square, which is insane. It's one of the biggest projects here in Jersey City. And at the time of this picture is actually 2016. There's only one building there, but right now there's actually 3. Let's see if Google Maps actually has covered all 3 of them already. So not even Google Maps has updated yet. If you guys decide to visit, definitely shoot us a call. We'd be more than happy to take you to the tallest building here. Aside from that, there's plenty of developments happening. It's a big development plan right now. Not only are we seeing a lot of towers being built or luxury condos being built here, facilities or communities like the Patel Brothers are constantly improving the amenities that they could offer to the community here. They're actually in the process of building out an entirely new grocery store, which you can see right here. They're going to be combining it with their older grocery store and creating something massive and big for everybody else. But aside from that, we're going to go into real estate. I know Andre's going to be as excited to talk about it right now.
So now that you guys have a good idea how to get to Journal Square and what is in Journal Square, let's talk about why you might want to consider moving here in this area. And so when we talk about real estate in this neighborhood, it's going to be a lot of prehistoric buildings, and properties here will tend to be closer within each other compared to other neighborhoods of Jersey City, let's say West Bergen area over here or Bergen Lafayette, where there's a lot more multi-families and single families with backyards and parking spaces. Gerald Square, it's mainly known for having tons of buildings and smaller properties, though there is a lot of developments, as Adrian mentioned, that's coming up in this neighborhood. For one of the most prominent reasons is because the PATH station is right here. So the properties in Gerald Square, this is some of the properties that are for sale at the moment. And as you can see over here, the average price point is about $760,000. And one of the highest listed properties is right here on 194 Delaware Avenue. Right, so again, that was 1.5 million and 24,000 in taxes. These are just the estimate rents they can get for this neighborhood, which comes to no surprise, right? Because if you're gonna pay that much to live to General Square and one of the units have parking, well, you pretty much have everything you need to have a feel of that city lifestyle. And if you look over the sold properties that are in the neighborhood, this is what the home values are compared to other parts of Jersey City, and that is about 557,000 in General Square area. Whereas, let's say another part of Jersey City here in downtown Jersey City, the average home value is about 754,000. And like we mentioned before, there's a lot of developments happening here, closer to General Square PATH station. And if you go further down the street right here on Broadway or Sip Avenue, you're going to see a lot more multi-families and single families here, right? So the best way to look at it, the closer you get to General Square, the busier it gets. And though there are some quieter neighborhoods here, this area does tend to get busier because you're right off the 139 highway and bordering the Heights. And all these areas, I mean, everybody is around this neighborhood because they're probably going to commute to New York or to other parts of Jersey City. And here's another property that resembles what real estate looks like here in Gerald Square neighborhood. This is one of the higher priced properties as well, which is listed about 1.499. And this includes 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms with a tax of about $14,000. And the cool thing about Jersey City is the tax ranges here anywhere from $5,000 all the way up to $25,000, depending on where you are. So as a matter of fact, this is around the median of the taxes in Jersey City. And this is a brownstone that went through some recent restoration. And just to show you a little bit of what it may look like. So this is on Bergen Avenue to give you guys a visual of where that street is. It's also one of the streets that you can take to go to General Square. So right in this street over here. And this property does include a nice backyard like this one. You have your basement here. This looks like sauna.
Double showers.
And some pretty historic rooms over here. I mean, yeah, they still have the fireplaces. Sometimes they work, and if they do, they would advertise it on the listing. And it looks like they kept some of the original furnitures and appliances just to capture the lifestyle that the previous owners have lived in this property. And so while you have properties like Delaware Avenue that are brand new like this one, you'll also have properties that are historic and have been restored recently. And that's the beauty of having to live here in Jersey City, is that you're gonna have a mix of properties that are not only renovated, but also built from the ground up.
So that's the end of our map tour. We hope you loved it. And if you did, comment what you loved about it down below. Let us know what you want to see in the next map tour. Let us know what you're curious about, and we'd be happy to show you around. Yeah, so if you're new to our channel and you want to know more about Journal Square, Jersey City, New Jersey, and other parts of New Jersey, then click the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you will be the first to know about the current market updates of what's going on around here.